All right, looks like I should be live here. I'll just give it a second. As always, make sure it actually has gone live. Looks like we're good. So, couple of things happened today and yesterday. Actually, yesterday, I think while I was doing the stream that I did yesterday, I missed it. They had announced the Secretary of Defense, which is apparently Pete Hegseth. So, you know, I don't know. Like, it seems like things have been gradually kind of sliding downhill, and I'll get to like rock bottom here in a minute. We'll save that for later. Uh, so we had like several pretty good, really good picks. You had like Marco Rubio and the Mike Walls guy, and it's like, okay, yeah, this seems legit. Seems like things are going good so far. And then we got Kristi Noem as the Secretary of Homeland Security. It's kind of an odd pick. Governor of South Dakota. Didn't make a lot of sense. She's kind of a weird person. I guess she's a loyalist, but like whatever. They had that Homan guy in there as the borders are, so he seems pretty good. Maybe things will work out there. And then we got this pick for Pete Hegseth. And at first I was like, well, what the fuck, man? He's he's a Fox News host. He does have some military experience apparently, but he's a veteran. He was like a low-ranking officer, from what I understand. I don't know what his rank was, but he was. I guess he was in the National Guard for a while, and I saw that he was a captain at least. And then I don't know if he was up from there, maybe a colonel or something for a little bit. Got a couple Bronze Stars, but he was never like a major military commander or something like that. He wasn't, the CEO of a giant company or anything like that. He wasn't running a massive organization like the Department of Defense, where there's millions of people. And it was kind of odd. All of his opinions seem to be like, spot on. He's got really good opinions about like getting the woke crap out of the military and all of that. That seems good. And he seems to understand a lot of the problems with the military in like a broad view. My issue was that there's a lot of people that think that way. If you've listened to the guy a little bit, and maybe if he actually goes all the way through, and I expect him to, I think he'll probably be confirmed without any problem. I'll probably read his book and try and figure him out a little better, but I don't know. It could be a good choice, I guess, because he's going to take it in a different direction. I guess the big issue is just it doesn't seem like he has the experience, but I don't know. It seems like you could get someone with those same attitudes and those same opinions that understand those same things, who is like a 3-star general or a 4-star general or something like that. Or, maybe they're on the outside, but they're a CEO of a massive like defense company. I don't know. I don't know. And I heard someone speculating that, well, you can have a guy like this, but the Secretary of Defense, the head guy, he's not really in charge of like the day-to-day operations. That's more typically the deputy's job, Deputy Secretary of Defense. So we'll see who they put in there. That's probably going to be really important for this dude. His overall vision, I think, is good. So maybe not too bad. But we'll see. And I feel a lot better about that pick now, especially given like how bad things could have gotten. Because, one of the things I thought was, well, at least he's not Tulsi Gabbard. Like, I mean, my God, it could be really bad. At least he's not someone like Tulsi Gabbard or Matt Gaetz. And lo and behold, now Tulsi is the director of national intelligence and Matt Gaetz is the attorney general. So that's fantastic. I mean, obviously they're not confirmed yet, and there is some serious speculation about whether or not they can actually be confirmed. Those are by far the two most controversial people, maybe ever even suggested for cabinet picks. It might be Matt Gaetz. I don't even know if I need to get into all the shit with him. There was, scandals about, him hooking up with a 17-year-old. I don't know if it's true. He was under investigation for it. There was like an ethics committee hearing looking into it. I don't know where that went. He's notorious for fighting with his own party. He's the guy who kicked Kevin McCarthy out of being speaker for no fucking reason other than just a giant political stunt. It accomplished nothing, threw the House into chaos. This is the guy we're talking about. He's diehard MAGA crazy man. Apparently, he's very smart. That's what everybody says. Even the people that hate him say he's a really smart guy. But, that almost makes it even worse. And that guy as AG is he's just there to like hunt down all of the rhinos and the liberals and the people that betrayed Donald Trump as they see it, to open up investigations on people and just do whatever crazy shit Trump wants them to do. I have like pretty much no faith that he's like a big constitutional, got to follow the rules type of guy. Almost none at all. And then Tulsi. What do we even need to say about Tulsi? Like, what is there to even say about her? She went and had a dinner date with Bashar al-Assad, mass murderer. She, has like kindly views, putting it kind of mildly, friendly views about a lot of our foreign adversaries, and thinks that like we're mistreating them and being mean to them and shit, and we should just like hold hands and get along and do aloha with all these people. That's her big thing. Like, why can't we just be friends with the Russians and the Chinese? And why do we have to keep provoking them? It's always our fault. We're the ones provoking them. She's that type of person. She comes from the left. She was a Democrat like 5 seconds ago. One of these far lefties that has that kind of opinion. She's probably not that way. She's conservative in other ways. So it sort of makes sense for her to go MAGA. She kind of fits in there because a lot of them feel the same way. There's like the Tucker Carlson type people. She's like that. It's crazy. Like I've said before, I don't know if she's a Russian asset or not. It's impossible to tell based on her behavior. She behaves the way someone who's paid off by Russia would behave. That's, really all I have to say about her. And they want to put her as the director of national intelligence. Someone was bringing up on Twitter that no one would want to share any intelligence with us, none of our allies, if we did that, because we couldn't trust Tulsi not to leak it to all of our enemies and then just like flee to Moscow. So that's a disastrous choice. I really have a hard time believing she'll get confirmed. I tend to doubt Matt Gaetz will either, just because there's several people that hate him. But I mean, my God, like part of the thing, and maybe this is one of those Trump things where it's like, I'm going to put forward these crazy people so that when I put forward the people that are kind of mildly crazy, I'll have less of a hard time with it. Because, now that like the choice for Pete Hegseth, whatever you think about him, that's like he looks like a fucking superstar compared to these people. That guy looks amazing. Like, I mean, my God, it's just unnerving and ridiculous. I'm kind of in shock. I know I said this could happen, but a part of me didn't believe it, especially once he started putting out some pretty decent picks like Rubio. Kind of caught me off guard. It shouldn't have. There's no low that is too low for the Trump administration. So this is where we're at. Hopefully they won't get confirmed. And there's some good news. The Senate leader fight that had been going on was a really stupid thing that the MAGA people were just trying to like rub it in and like be like, we're in charge now. Look at me. I am the captain now. That kind of thing. It was really dumb. They're like, no, you got to give us our guy. And it's such a petty little thing too, because it's not that important. It really isn't. It was just this petty, like MAGA gets all of our way now. The Trump mandate. And by the way, the concept of the mandate is such a stupid thing. Like, a mandate doesn't mean these people think that like mandate means you just let that man do whatever the fuck he wants. The people voted for him. He won the popular vote. It wasn't close in the electoral college. Now he just gets to do whatever the hell he wants. That's not how that fucking works. That is not how that fucking works. It doesn't even work that way with his own party. Like the Senate is a co-equal branch. You can't just bully them. All the senators were voted for individually. The Democrat senators and like, the Democrats in Congress and stuff, they were voted in order to like fight Trump and to not, try and make sure he doesn't get his way. So that's not how a fucking mandate works. Oh God, listen to this guy. Let me pull this clip up. This is the attitude of some of these people. How crazy they are. Let me find this congressman. How diehard and nuts the MAGA people are. This is a short clip. I just want to share it to like convey what we're dealing with here. Let me see here. I don't know who this guy is. He's a Republican congressman, diehard MAGA dude. Okay.
There's no question he's the leader of our party. So now he's got a mission statement, his mission, and his goals and objectives, whatever that is.
Troy Niels.
Embrace it.
Oh, he's Texas
All
guy.
Of it.
Oh, yeah.
Every single word. If Donald Trump says jump 3 feet high and scratch your head, we all jump 3 feet high and scratch our heads. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's not cult-like behavior. That's not crazy behavior. The complete levels of just like sycophants that these people are. It's nuts. Anyway, the good news was John Thune won anyway. I'd been pushing him hard on Twitter because he seemed to be the one they hated the most. And it seemed kind of obvious that he would win. He was in the number 2 spot in the Senate. So it's like, you don't get to jump your line. The guy they were pushing was a first term. Dude, he hadn't even finished his first term in the Senate, Rick Scott. You're not just going to jump like from not even, I'm a freshman senator to like the Senate majority leader. That's ridiculous. In my view, it was never going to happen. It was dumb. The other guy, Cornyn, kind of made sense because he used to be the number 2, but he's not anymore. So there's more of an argument there. But Thune won, and I don't think he's going to be like that guy that we just saw in the clip. He's very friendly to Trump. He wants to confirm all Trump's picks, I'm sure. I don't know that he's really going to beat people up to like make them confirm Tulsi and Matt Gaetz. And there's several people in there that might not do that. They only need 4 people to say no. So I think you might be able to find 4 to say no to Tulsi and Matt. That's all I'm saying. And I think it's just good that they realize you can't just like bully all of the senators to do whatever the hell you want. And the president. And to be fair, it really wasn't Trump. He didn't say anything, I don't think. It was all the MAGA people online that were like, and some of the people around Trump in his orbit, like Elon Musk was pushing that shit really hard. That guy's been acting like a total jackass on Twitter lately. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. Tulsi Gabbard and Matt Gaetz are nuts, especially Tulsi, a literal Russian stooge who defended Putin and Assad, and now she will have access to most important states' records. What can possibly go wrong? Yeah, I don't know. Nothing. Sure, it's all going to be fine. Hopefully she doesn't get in there. Bring Spooky back? Yeah, maybe someday. I don't know. He's probably gone back into hiding. The problem with Trump is not Trump, but it's the people he surrounds himself with who are the problem. The vast majority of them are low IQ, stupid, just like his supporters. Yeah, I've said that for a long time. Like, Trump doesn't even annoy me that much. I think he's funny, but he can get out of control, and if he has good people around him, stuff can go fine. His supporters are lunatics. I mean, not all of them. And by his supporters, I don't mean just people that voted for him. Like, there's MAGA people that are they're true believers in the Tucker Carlson ideology, and then there's the people that just like Trump because they think he's funny and they think he can do no wrong. And those are kind of different camps of the MAGA world. And then there's people that just voted for Trump because they're like, oh well, I don't like it, but he's not a Democrat, and they're just like typical Republican people. I kind of get them. I understand where they're coming from. They're like, well, things really sucked under Biden. And yeah, I understand that. January 6th is proof that Trump supporters are stupid and literally live streaming themselves while committing literal crimes. Yeah, they thought that was the revolution. Now this time, this is the real revolution. That's what they think. They think that this is about to go like, they really think some of these guys, the way they're talking is like, this is it. Everything's changing. We're going to root out all of the deep state. They're all going to prison. And it's 1776 again. Like they've lost the plot here. They've lost their minds. I don't think they understand. I hope that they're ready to be disappointed. Let me put it that way. They think they have like total control and Trump is the king now. And it's just nuts. Oh, he's got the mandate. Everyone has to do everything he says. It's like, yeah, that's not actually how that works. A mandate isn't a real thing. That's not a thing in the Constitution. Like, if you want to say you've got a mandate in the sense that you've got like a little bit of extra political capital to where you can do things and still maintain some public support, maybe, sure. But if they go overboard on this, like it kind of seems now from these picks, like this stuff might be going to their head. They can overreach for sure. For sure, they can go too far very easily, and it won't be popular, and people will turn on them. Like, these people think Trump is a king or a god. He's not, and he's not nearly as popular as they think he is. Remember, Joe Biden got more votes than this dude did, millions more. Probably about the same in the Electoral College, I imagine. I haven't looked up those numbers really, but. And you saw how quickly things could turn on that old fart pretty damn fast. All it took was Afghanistan. It was all downhill from there real quick. That was like, what was that, like first year or something? Yeah, it's going to be a real shit show. Should be fun. Should be fun to watch. Yeah, they were having a meltdown, and now we're having the meltdown. They were having a meltdown over the first couple days when it was looking good, when it was like Rubio and Mike Waltz, so those people. Some of them don't like Stefanik for some reason. I'm not sure why they hate her. I guess all these people were hawkish on Ukraine at one point, so maybe that's why they don't like them. They've all waffled on Ukraine since then. That's another thing about Pete Hegseth is him and like Mike Waltz and these other people, they've all said sort of conflicting things. They've all moderated on Ukraine since, it looked like Trump was coming up for election and all of this. None of them were like JD, though, where they were just totally against it. At first, all of these people, and even I think Pete Hegseth, God, that guy's name gives me trouble, said this recently about like, we need to just take the leash off Ukraine and let them go get Russia and destroy them. And I saw one article about maybe the Ukrainians wanting to get a nuclear bomb. That'd be interesting to see how they react to that. Trump passes his tariffs. I hope people who voted for him feel the effect of it because those tariffs are one of the worst taxes out there. Yeah. We'll see if he actually does it either. Like it might be that people explain to him, you're not just going to do across the board tariffs. That would, if you tell him what that would do, and people have tried, and I don't know, maybe he won't listen. I think a lot of people that are close to him, at least, I don't know so much about the people in the Senate, but probably a lot of them too. A lot of the people in the party, I think right now are a little bit afraid of coming out too strongly against him just because he seems like he is ascendant now and invincible and unstoppable. I don't think that's actually true. I think that's a little bit of a mirage. It was just that Biden, I mean, when you look at it, the Democrats, a big part of it was just people didn't come out to vote for the Democrats in the numbers that they did last time. It wasn't that Trump, suddenly swayed huge numbers of people over into MAGA land. Okay, tariffs thing again. But yeah, that's it. I was just going to do a short thing complaining and venting about the horrible picks we got today. It could always, people are talking about this Kash Patel guy for FBI director. He was actually the guy I was thinking of when I was talking about that other dude, Ratcliffe. It wasn't Ratcliffe I was thinking of when I was complaining about him. It was this Kash Patel dude who apparently he was the one that said, Trump declassified all of those documents, whatever he got out. That wasn't real. He's just like going to bat for him. The Ratcliffe guy I don't know as much about. He seems all right, I guess. So he's probably okay. And there was the envoy to the Middle East. Don't know anything about him. Huckabee seems like he's like crazy hawkish on Israel. He was like, he was defending, he was saying like, yeah, those settlements in the West Bank are like good and stuff. Those are outposts of civilization. So, that's pretty cool. He's passionate about the tariffs and other stuff. He does not care and has no philosophy. Yeah, that could be. I mean, Trump, I think, will change too. That's maybe one good thing about him is if he sees that what he's doing isn't popular and people are kind of turning against it, he will flip. He's not afraid to do like a complete 180 in like a matter of days. So we'll see how it goes, but that's really all I got for tonight. So, have a good night. Catch you later.